congratulate the people of Osun State. Election like this, out of circle election, we call it out of circle election. It's
Of
an
circle,
election
yeah.
where of circle election is an election where you see people try to use the federal might and connection to undermine the voice of the people. But the people of Osun State have stand firm. We see some of the clips in social media where some of them are saying that they collected the 20,000 and still went ahead and voted for Accord Party.
As it should be.
Yeah,
I keep saying it that even if they give you money during the election day, go and vote for who you want, because that money will not last you for the next 4 years.
Yeah. And like I was telling somebody, I said, look, there are people you cannot fight. You understand? The family of Adeleke, I think they are all civilized people and they understand the nitty-gritty of politics. I read how their father was a former senator before and all of that. So the people of Osun have stand firm that this is what we want. And the INEC, we appreciate that INEC did their job, but in all of this, what we are saying that the accessibility issue is very important. Sometimes you look at some rural area, they will tell you that we could not get electoral material because of the time or the blah, 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 blah. And they will use that as a way of to ring the election.
Okay.
So, issue of accessibility is very important. Make materials available even before the time. Maybe they say, okay, accreditation will commence by 8. By 7:30, all the materials that will be used for the election should be there. And the UK are one of the people who I also appreciate. Some of them, sometimes they are against the citizens, sometimes they are with us. If they commend Adeleke for winning the election, even if they also do something that is not genuine, they will also commend them, like what happened in Ekiti. They also tell that this is what we have, this is what we have, and we will find out that most of those things are being done in a legal way. So, material being available, and this issue of beavers, there is a group that are against that make beavers work. If the Nigeria Bar Association during the election, they vote online, and within period of time,
the results came out. Yes.
So if they can do that during that group of people, we can also be applicable to
general elections.
So telling us that beaver did not work, the result of manual should not be accepted in 2027.
All right.
All right, let's move away from that and take this headline on the Vanguard newspaper. It's something that affects the common man. It's not the major headline, but it's at the top strip of the Vanguard newspaper. It says, food inflation rate rises 5th consecutive month to 20.31%. I'll tie that with the lead headline on the Daily Trust newspaper, which puts it this way. It says, food prices rise as inflation slows. So it's saying, statistically, inflation has reduced, but food prices have gone up. What can be done? Do you think that these indices, they are translating to the common man when they say inflation is dropping? Are you feeling it? Is the lady on the street feeling it?
Well, I think, first of all, we have to look at how Nigeria works. Nigeria, we believe that whatever that comes up is not easy to come down, especially these food items, because if you look at what is rice, or let me use yam for instance, you can buy 2 bag of yam in Bogologo market for 1,500. You can still buy the same 2 bag of yam in back of NTA market for 3,500 because there is no regulation. We need to have a body that regulates the prices and task force to enforce it. Not for you just to say, okay, we have price of rice for 20,000 naira. Some markets are selling 20,000, while other markets are selling 25,000. We must first of all have a regulatory body to regulate it. And some of these figures are not reflecting on what we are seeing on ground. If it is reflecting, we will not be complaining. Many citizens are complaining that all these things are paper, they do document them. Somebody was telling me that even Tinubu don't read most of these papers and Nigerians are suffering. That the paper they produce for him is different from the one they produce for us. So that is by the side. Now, if you look at what they put on ground, now inflation is going down, but the price of goods and services are going up. How can you marry these two things? The challenges there is issue of regulation. Okay. You must regulate the price. If you have people that say, okay, this is the price tag of so and so goods, you must get people that will enforce it. Like issue of tax force against price of petrol. You look at the price of petrol. What this police station is selling is 1,500. This fuel station is selling 1,600. You lock up that one that is selling 1,600 to stand as a detriment to the one that is selling high.
Okay, so
we must regulate the prices of
foodstuffs.
so that we
Should it just be
can
traders who sell foodstuffs that should be regulated, or all sectors? Because you can't tell a trader who travels to the north to get onions and comes back to the south and he pays a lot of money for transportation, that you want to come and tell him exactly how he should sell those bags of onions that he
let me add to that. Then also
not to get
a trader that example you gave, a trader that sells at Ogbogonogo that probably pays rent of 1 million every year. Then you want to sell with the same person that has
and then he's
wheelbarrow.
going to pay his rent in the Ogbogonogo market too.
That's what I'm saying. The shop rent for 1 million every year. Then you want that person to sell at the same price that somebody that has wheelbarrow at maybe
the front of the market.
So do you expect them to sell at the same
they
rate?
will not sell.
So how can this regulation work?
First of all, the government have to look at the purchase price from the sales direct, maybe from the north, even the north is even there. By the time you regulate the price that are coming from the north, maybe for instance the north they are selling tubers onion for 500. It depends on you that you want to sell. Maybe your location is not matter to us. What we are after is what you are selling, because we are not taking your location home. That is true. Are you going to take Ogbogonogo market to go and put in your pot and go?
But they pay transport fare for those who
when you began to bring
for those who sell
things in,
yes,
you see that the price will go up.
for those who sell frozen food, they buy fuel to power their generators.
Not consider their shop rent.
Don't put those things, because it's your own logistic that you put together to open your business. Now, if you have somebody, if you have somebody who said, okay, I'm selling this shoe for 20,000 naira, and the vendor came and said, okay, I want to go and sell this shoe in Ogbogonogo for 25,000. This one is selling 20,000 naira. This one said I want to sell for 20,000. I'm going to Ogbogonogo. It's your decision to sell in that particular place.
So you don't
Yam does not need, you don't need a fancy shop to sell yam. You don't. Yes, it's true.
So frozen food now, I should put my freezer outside.
No, it's not for frozen food. That one is different. We are talking about the food.
foodstuffs. Yes, frozen food is foodstuffs. When you go to the market, even when you buy your ice fish, it has to be cold.
To say you want to pay rent of 4 million naira for you to sell yam.
Those traders in the markets, they pay for those stores. If they tell you how much they pay for those stores.
The trend of sales of supermarket in
No supermarkets. Those stores you see in the market,
yes,
they pay for them.
Madam, are you following the trend of sales of supermarket in Asaba? You see somebody who has 7 million naira to open supermarket, you go and rent a store for 5 million naira and put bills of 2 million naira. Is that a good business?
So you're saying that there's no need to regulate the transportation sector?
There is a need. We must look at how these things function. Now, if you say you are selling yam, you don't need to go to
the food scarcity. Won't this lead to food scarcity? If we don't regulate other sectors, but we want to regulate
everybody who want to buy from. We want to buy from the woman wheelbarrow and all of that. That's why some persons, even for this food, they even still go to a supermarket to get it. So you don't expect the price to be. Or there will not be categorization. If you are selling wheelbarrow, certain amount, Ogbogonogo, certain range, supermarket, certain range.
Yeah, you see, my brother, one of the challenges we are facing is that we believe that when you get Akara from Dubai, it's more better than the Akara you get. So we must encourage our domestic product.
I don't totally agree with
that. These are the challenges we are facing. If you buy yam, for instance, from somebody who has Aboki that is rolling with buying, it's the same yam that you buy in Ogbogonogo.
Yes, but some people like the comforts. I
want to. Okay, gentlemen.
If you're paying for the comfort, don't complain.
All right,
So
gentlemen. Thank you.
Complain. Don't go and pay for the comfort.
Thank you so much. But I'm concerned about food scarcity. If this won't lead to food scarcity, because most traders will not want to start a business where they don't get profit. Imagine paying so much for transportation, and then when you come back to the south, you want to sell your bags of onions, you are told to sell for a particular amount. So I think other sectors should regulate.
That most of these things we are the problem of ourselves.
How so?
My gate man, yam, beans, and onion. My gate man order them from the north. If I tell you how much this young man order for to buy some yam, 1-2 bags of yam.
How much did you pay for transportation? Did you
It's Webi. I pay for Webi. If you put the money I put for Webi, it's about 10,000.
Okay, so you're saying that traders in our market that they inflate their prices. So
That is what we are saying.
Yeah.
You see a trader will tell you that this yam is 10,000 naira.
When all the if you look at all the things you put together, the logistics, even with the logistics, is not okay. I get your point now. It's a big yes. We need honesty, transparency in our business dealings in Nigeria. We agree. All right. The major headline of Daily Sun. We've talked about this. UK identifies vote buying